Hi guys, welcome to Gadget Reviews and to this review of Mortal Kombat. So guys, I saw the movie, I'm very happy about this. This is going to be a non-spoiler review, just going to go over some of the things that I like, didn't like, and all of that. Overall guys, did I like this movie? Yes, I did like this movie actually very much. It had the tone and the feel of Mortal Kombat in a lot of ways. The next thing is that this is pretty much a prequel, so if you haven't seen, there's just no tournament here, but there are a lot of fights in between. So I appreciated that, I appreciated the world building, I appreciated actually the characters. I heard that a lot of the acting is not good, but I don't think so. I think that's pretty in line with Mortal Kombat and what Mortal Kombat is in general. And the movie was pretty self-aware actually, especially when you see Kano, how he was acting towards the other characters, and especially Sonya, Liu Kang. It was very funny. I actually laughed out loud several times. And I'm saying self-aware because characters like Liu Kang and Kung Lao, they were both very much in the universe, very much into their own martial arts warrior mindset, and they took everything extremely seriously, where Kano is a contrast of this, and he is not taking anything seriously. He is just talking out of his ass and all those things. So he was hilarious. He's pretty much the simpleton that represents some part of the human race, let's say, but he's a real simpleton. Of course, he's a big ass. Okay. The bad guys, they were, well, a bit weird, but they are not from here, so the costumes overall were not really that good, but they're alright, let's say. Sub-Zero was a badass, basically the scariest thing in this movie. His relationship with Scorpio wasn't that much like fleshed out. It wasn't something that was very present in the movie at all. It was kind of in the background, so I thought that they're going to have a bit more interaction with each other, but that didn't really happen. So the quantity of it was, enough to serve the story, but I just thought that they're gonna be a bit more in the movie. Sub-Zero did appear a lot of times though. Jax was pretty much Jax, so although I'm used to watching this actor in Supergirl, here he is Jax. I mean, he has charisma, potential, I like him. Sonya Blade, what to tell ya, she did win me over with time, so she's good. That new character Ko that I thought that I'm probably gonna dislike, I actually really liked at the end. I mean, he's kinda lame, but at the same time, I understand why he's there, and what to tell you, I mean, I didn't mind him. I know that a lot of people probably mind him, and in the beginning I was like, okay, this guy, when I watched the trailers covered all of those, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't need this guy, I just need, all the original characters. And that is true from that aspect, but it just worked for the movie. I understand why he was there and how he relates to whoever he relates to, so for me it was fine. And then the absence of Johnny Cage was also addressed, basically. And I get why he's definitely going to be in the second movie, if we get a second movie, but I hope that we are going to get one. Mostly the problem that I had with this film is that there's no a second part. I wanted the second part right away. I wanted to watch it like right now. I really crave a second movie, literally. I love it so much overall that I want a second movie. It felt a bit episodic for that reason, because you know that they're heading for the tournament, but you never get to the tournament. But I love how they also establish each and every character in a certain way, to a certain extent, and they connected with each other. I really love how Kung Lao and Liu Kang work together as brothers. I'm kinda shocked by some of the fatalities. I'm a bit shocked by that, but it was totally suitable for, well, Mortal Kombat, so it's not like they are like too much or anything. I mean, it's what they're supposed to be. It's just a bit more shocking to see that in live action compared to the games, because in the games everything is extremely, animation, but here, although it's once again like animation, it looks real, so yeah, there's that. I liked Raiden, but he was a bit more distant, and there are some moments in the movie where I was like, where are you? Aren't you supposed to be here? Like, what are you doing? What kind of a god are you? You're not here right now. So there are some of these moments, but other than that, I like him. I like the powers. I really like Liu Kang. I mean, I was watching him a bit mesmerized at times, because the way he spoke is just so noble. And I'm like, for some reason, I was really captivated by him, you know? At first, when I first saw him in the trailers, I was like, okay, this guy is so tiny. He's so tiny, you know? I imagine Liu Kang to be like in the games with the broad shoulders and just looking like more muscular. Here, that guy is just not that. I mean, he is muscular, but just in a very small package. But even though that was the case, everything that he did with his body was so great. I mean, all the movements, how he flexed his muscles and his traps, it was really cool. And there was one line by Kano. He said, "Don't you have a shirt on or something, Magic Mike?" Something like that. I'm paraphrasing here. So Liu Kang, for some reason, to me was extremely captivating, and like I admired his face a lot too. I was like, wow, this guy is so handsome. And just the way he speaks, there's something like very, very, very interesting there. So me as an artist, you know, somebody that draws people, I'm like, I love to draw him. I don't know what it is, but yeah, there's something very appealing about him. I just love to see him more on screen. So he was like the most interesting character. Although I know that some people did say that Kung Lao and Liu Kang were boring, but I see them as two guys that are extremely noble. They went through stuff, especially Liu Kang, and he rose above what he was, where he comes from, and he's now one of the chosen, which is also another thing from the movie, that whoever has this mark is the chosen for Earth's champion. They all have this power to unlock, which is also a very interesting idea. I love it. So guys, without making this review very, very long, I just want the sequel. Overall, I really loved it. I just can't wait to see more of this world, more of the lore. Can't wait to see Scorpio again, and you know, Sub-Zero and everything that's gonna happen at the tournament. I mean, the stakes are really high for that tournament. This has so much potential. I understand that, you know, some people are gonna complain about some things, of course, understandable. But to me personally, as somebody that grew up with Mortal Kombat, the first game that I ever played was Mortal Kombat, and the story was watch the TV shows, play the games, all of that. The story is always fascinating, but they have now the possibility to make it even more interesting and fascinating with all the little things that they put there. Once again, like the mark and the powers and how they come forward. I would give it a very solid 8.5 out of 10. And I would love to actually see it again. So let me know what you think in the comment. Did you like the movie? Do you want a sequel? How do you see this Mortal Kombat new verse, hopefully now coming into fruition? Go support the movie as much as you can in theaters. Of course, keep safe. Thank you guys. Till next time, thank you for your reviews. If you'd like to support me, check out my OnlyFans, where I do my meaningful sex educational content, plus fitness and health, and some physique updates. There's always Patreon and PayPal. You can become a member of the channel on a Starty, Custody, or a Primark. And if you're a Warhammer fan, for that matter, you can join my Warhammer Discord server. Till next time, thank you for your reviews, guys. Bye bye.